What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it, okay? It is the 28th day of May. Here we are, finding new lows since this high, the high of the year, April 27th. This was the day on this channel and on X.com that I became bearish. Was literally right at the high. After we put that wick in, it wasn't at the absolute high. I wasn't looking at the chart at this time. It was somewhere like down right here. But we decided at that point that this was the high. We've been bearish ever since. Every high that we've had since then has been a lower high. Every low that we've had since then has been a lower low. And I do believe it gets much, much worse before it gets better. From here, and really, from this area here, I made the very bold call, and I'm sticking with it until the bitter freaking end. I'll tell you if I change my mind. We're going to have to see some recovery at some lower levels, though, before that happens. I made the bold call that I believe Zebec will go to new all-time lows. Some people took that to mean that I thought we were just going to drop overnight to new all-time lows. That's not how that works. That's beginner stuff to assume that that's what it is. No, whenever I say new all-time lows, it's going to take time. I mean, imagine from here, I was saying we're going to go to new all-time highs. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. But we're not going to new all-time highs. We are going to new all-time lows. But first and foremost, we're probably going to see a little bit of volatility on the way down there. I do believe that our first target will be the golden ratio retracement of this area here from a low to a high. I do believe that that'll be our first kind of target endeavor. We look at this from a low here to a high there, low to high, getting that in there. Come on now. Low to high there. We are getting below the 382 as of now. We've rejected the 236, finding resistance at prior support twice, and now we're moving down. Both times that we found resistance here, we found resistance once, twice up at these prior areas of support. Both times have brought us very harsh rejections. Very, very harsh rejections, my friends. Being that Bitcoin and Ethereum are both in the dumps today, I think that adds to this momentum to the downside, and likely we will see this thing return back down to this golden ratio zone. This is where I think we'll find support. Now, the reason why I think we'll find support is for two reasons why we find support here. And before we actually get on that, let me just clarify. That doesn't mean that we're going to drop like this. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. We pumped like this. Maybe we dumped like this. Maybe we do. But it could take time. It could be the beginning of July before we're down here. I don't care. But we're going down there. That's the next kind of target area for a low effect that I have in mind. When we go down here, the reason why we find support is it's the golden ratio from your low to high. Right? This is the low of the year. This is the high of the year. Pretty significant fib to take. Golden ratio of that. And it's where you spent a lot of time consolidating. It actually makes so much sense that the way that it lines up, it makes so much sense that this is where the golden ratio would be, where you would find support. There's going to be a lot of people who bought here, who had the idea to buy and see the future whenever we were advocating for the buy here, that may have round-tripped their bags, and at the very least they can leave at a net neutral kind of position. It's still, and the verbiage that I've used throughout this whole drop, at every single low point, at every single high point, and I'm going to say it now, even though, yes, this is the worst time to sell since the high, right? I said that here. I said that here. We said that here. We're saying it now here. Even though it's the worst time to sell since the high, it's still not too late to get out before the reckoning really starts to happen. We're already down 32%. It will get worse. From a high point here to the golden ratio, it's going to be 45 to 50%, which from the current price is another 20 to 25%, okay? It's not too late to absolve yourself of those losses as well. You want to buy Zebec, you want to hold it for the long term, that's fine. Hold it for the long term. You're going to sit through some pain, but that's the motto of long-term holders. You do sit through pain, and then you just buy more. That's what it is. Look at Onyx Coin. That's exactly what I do with Onyx Coin. I do have a majority cash right now outside the market instead of inside the market, but that's a tale for another story, or a story for another time. Anyways, 0027 right now is the price. 10 hours, 12 minutes left in the day. Let's get into the short-term stuff and stop talking so much. Well, I'm going to do more talking, I guess. 1 hour time frame here, looking at this. A little bit of volume coming in as we're dropping down. Hold on. Ethereum coming back up. Are we on the... Is it a new hour? Oh, we're on the 15-minute. There we go. It's not a new hour. Probably get that lower low close. Zebec here on the 1 hour time frame, rejecting the oversold zone, not good. On the stochastic, same thing, not good. The MACD is about to go lower. I really do think that by the time most of you watch this video, you'll probably be below 0027 however low you go. It's probably not a dramatic amount lower from here. You never know, though. I mean, maybe we do. Maybe by the time you watch this video, we're below 0.0026. I don't know. But yeah, we probably go lower. I mean, even in the time of making this video, we'll probably go lower. 4-hour time frame here, looking at this. You are just now getting oversold. The last time that you started getting oversold, was that the time to buy? Was this the time to buy right here when you just got oversold? No, it wasn't. Here, maybe that's a one-off. Let's do it again. You were so bullish for so long, it's hard to say. Here you go. Was it a time to buy there? Sure, it was. But the difference being here, you were in an accumulative phase. You weren't trending down. You actually had higher lows coming in, and this was before you started moving up. The time before that, when you got oversold, was that a good time to buy? No. The time before that you got oversold, was that a good time to buy? No. If you waited, you would have bought it at a better price. Okay. The time before that, when you got oversold, was this a good time to buy? No. If you waited, you would have gotten a better price. It was when you were out of the oversold zone that the low was in. The point being, when you're trending down, as we are now, trending down, when you get oversold, it's typically a signal that you're getting near the area where the low is, but you're not there quite yet. Does that make sense? Most of the time. It's not a perfect thing. Sometimes you do. Just, as soon as you get oversold, boom, then you move up. But oftentimes it's not the case. MACD rejecting the zero. This is very bearish. This is bad, guys. This says it all. Stochastics oversold as well. You're in a very bearish environment right now. I thoroughly believe that you're going to go lower, my friends. We look at this on the daily time frame. Daily time frame here. I don't know what to make of this pattern other than the fact that you have broken out of an ascending channel here. Higher lows, higher highs. You've broken out of this, and now you're going to go lower. The thing is, you didn't even just break out of it. What you did was you back tested this line for resistance, found resistance, and now you're moving back down. It's not good, guys. And I can hear some of the haters being like, well, hold on, your issue was that with this pump there was just no volume. There was no volume at all. And on this dump there's even less volume. So doesn't that mean we're going to move up? No. When you pump without volume, you can dump without volume. It's when you really break out. It's when you break out of this area here that you'll probably need to see volume. That's whenever it is. It doesn't work quite like that, right? And you did see volume on the pump up. You did a little bit, but it's still not significant, right? We're not seeing as significant moves on the way down as we are on the way up either. I think people are reluctant to sell. I think they're reluctant. They're holding on to their luggage, and whenever it gets too heavy, they're going to sell. That's going to create quite a massive shift. As crazy as it is, guys, you see this here. The big drop, it hasn't even happened yet. The big drop hasn't even happened yet, right? You kind of meander first, and then people have had it. Then the panic starts to set in. That's whenever you move faster. And you can observe this in the daily RSI, right? This faster movement happened once you were oversold, okay? The faster movement here happened when you were in your oversold area. Whenever you get oversold, when you get overbought, that's when you're showing the most strength to the bearish or bullish effects. Look at the MACD here, man. You're what was once giving you bullish divergence. You were decaying your bearish momentum, and you're now building it. That's a bearish sign. You're breaking through the zero here with your oscillators. This is all bad, you guys. The RSI, whenever you get through the zero, which at this rate could happen sometime by the end of May. It's the 28th now. It could happen in the next 3 days. Maybe it happens in the next 2 weeks, sometime between now and the beginning of June. Maybe you move up a little bit. You postpone this a little bit. But inevitably, when you get oversold, you are going to see this thing drop much faster than it has already. The fastest drop, to put that in perspective, the fastest drop so far would be from here, from a high to a low. You dropped about, and let's just get this low, not to the low, but just here, you dropped about 20% in 5 days. Here, from a high to a low, in 2 days, you dropped about not 20%. Okay, that's the fastest drop. You're going to see something bigger than that, and this could be the beginning of it. This could be the beginning of it. You're going to see something bigger than that. Before you know it, Zebecians, you will be down at 0.02 before you know it. And this is what I mean when I say it's not too late to sell. That's a 26% drop from here. You hate that you're down 32% from the high. You were looking at your portfolio and you were up however much at this high, and now you're so far away from that number. Get it out of your head. It's gone. It's not coming back. Look at the charts. It's all bad. It's all bearish. This is the worst time to sell since the high, and it's still not a bad time to sell. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Some of you are able to sell for a neutral position here. Not losing, not gaining, just neutral. Some of you are able to sell for a partially significant loss. but not a tremendously significant loss. Some of you are able to sell for pretty damn significant gains. Do what you can. Salvage what you can. We're in a bear market. We're supposed to stack cash. Hit that like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.